Well, I think it's clear that ISIS, the extremist militants, are not going to disappear with these limited airstrikes. There needs to be a much wider military and political campaign and strategy that is able to turn the tide against ISIS. This is going to have to include much heavier military engagement in the form of sustained attacks against ISIS, but also a speedy government formation process that may take some of the wind out of the insurgency. It isn't going to be easy. And if the US doesn't have the stomach for a wider military campaign, what the federal government is asking for, and indeed even the regional Kurdish government, is more military equipment, more military assistance for them to be able to take the fight to ISIS. And of course, many analysts speak about a military solution versus a political solution, but the reality is these things go hand in hand. There can be no military solution without a political solution, but there can also be no political solution without a military one.
Now, Haider, you touched there on this idea of a new government. We've seen that the Iraqi government struggling for some time. How viable is it that a new government will actually help the situation?
Well, it's going to be very difficult to form this. Right now, the political solution entails the Shia bloc, the largest bloc in parliament. They need to get their act together and decide on an alternative to Prime Minister Maliki. The bottom line, as far as the vast majority of Iraqis are concerned, is this. Without Maliki, it will still be difficult to achieve peace in Iraq. But with Maliki, it will be impossible. Even if he comes out with a genius master plan to solve the Iraqi crisis, it will not be accepted because it is coming from Maliki. Now, after that happens and the Shia do agree on an alternative, the Sunnis and Kurds will also come on board and join a national unity government. They're just waiting for the Shia to start this process in parliament. Unfortunately, the situation is very bleak and grim, and Iraq is heading to the abyss. If things continue as they are now, we will see a de facto partition of the country, and it's not going to be old men in suits who are going to be negotiating the lines. It will be angry, armed young men on the ground with heavy weapons who are going to establish the new battle lines, and that's not going to happen without even more bloodshed.